So today I'm going to show you guys how to build a nano coil. What is a nano coil? Actually, I didn't even come up with a name. This Facebook group that I started, Juice Junkies, if you're watching this and you haven't joined, I'll post a link below. Join it today. A great group of people in there. Talk vape. People post pictures of coils they're making every day, juice they're vaping. They're just talking vape. It's a great place to hang out. So come join us. But I posted a photo, the photo I just showed you guys of the nano coil. And originally I called it a super mini micro coil. And everyone was commenting, no, nano coil, nano micro coil. So I gave in, said, you know what, I like nano coil better. Nano coil it is. In order to do this tutorial, you're going to need cotton, preferably organic cotton, 32 gauge Canthal, a pair of tweezers, 20 gauge syringe needle, very tiny, a flathead screwdriver, butane torch, and RDA. So the first step, I'm going to cut about 8 inches of this 32 gauge Canthal. I've got my 20 gauge syringe needle, and all I'm going to do is just wrap the coil as tight and as together as possible. Don't give it any slack. It's a lot trickier using the 32 gauge than it is using the 28 gauge. But once you master this setup, it's well worth it. So that's a start right there. I'm gonna push down and push all these coils together as tight as possible. Next step, take my tweezers. This is this is one of the tricky parts. You want to place it between the tweezers as evenly as possible. Okay, evenly as possible. And you're just going to clamp down, and look at that. Boom. It just went from coil to nano coil, just like that. Now I'm going to take the torch, heat her up for a good 10 seconds. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place this coil back on the syringe needle. Make sure this cools off first, but I'm just going to twist it back on there because I made it as tight as possible. Okay, now see how the edges are overlapping a little bit? We're going to fix that right now. There it is right there. Make sure these coils are going in the same direction, and I'm going to place just like that. Help it through there a little bit. Boom. Just like if we were to do a regular micro coil. Same thing with the nano coil. Push it in about halfway. I'm going to tighten up these screws to make the connection. You don't want to go too tight because with the 32 gauge it's so thin you'll break the wire off. I'm going to lift this up, the coil up a little bit, and I'll explain why in a minute. Pull these two wires up like that. We've got to unscrew this 20 gauge syringe needle from the nano coil. And you got to be very gentle because this is 32 gauge. Unlike 28 gauge, it's not as sturdy and you can bend it very easy. So this Nano Coil is on this 20 gauge syringe needle very tight. So we're just going to gently unscrew from the Nano Coil. Okay, there's the Nano Coil. I pulled off a little fray from the cotton ball. And I mean, look how small that hole is in that Nano Coil. We got to fit this into that hole. Just going to start twisting. Okay, now I've got my really thin piece. Just going to insert it into this Nano Coil. Now that you have the cotton in there, you want to make sure that it's not too snug, it's not too loose, it's just right, so it fits perfect. Just going to clip this edge right here. Going to tuck this area in on the edge. That's how it looks so far. Here's where the cotton cloud comes in. You get a tiny piece, tiny piece, and all you're going to do is you're just going to ball it up. You don't want to make it too compact. You're just going to slide it underneath that Nano Coil. So I just put it on the edge right there, because I'll take this 20 gauge syringe needle and I'll push it lightly underneath the Nano Coil. When the cotton gets wet, it'll start to expand around that coil. Take your juice, saturate the cotton in the coil. I'm going to start at around 12 watts, 3.4 ohms, 12 watts. Nano Coil, 12 watts. I'm starting at 12 watts. I'm going to build up to 19 watts. 12 watts. That's 6.5 volts, guys. I mean, usually with any other wrap, 12 watts would be a great vape, but it wouldn't be like this. This is a different kind of vape, guys. I mean, the vapor production is just so easy. The 32 gauge Nano Coil heats up faster than any other coil setup I've ever done. The draws that I'm taking are shorter. This is not sub-ohm, guys. This is 3.4 ohm. Totally different type of vape. Alright, so this is at 12 watts. Now I'm going to take it up to 14. So 14 watts. That's 6.9 volts. It's a really warm vape, but it's just it's hard to explain. It's just different. 16.5 watts. And 16.5 watts. That's 7.5 volts, guys. Kicking some ass right there. 19 watts. 19 watts, 3.4 ohm coil, Nano Coil. 8 volts. Now, granted, it's a different vape. Which one do I prefer? The 28 gauge micro coil. It's for those vapors that want something really dense. Now, for the vapor that wants the most crisp and the cleanest vape, this Nano Coil is for them. 19 watts on a Nano Coil with an RDA, I can put 7 drops in there and take one hit. And after that, it vaporizes all that juice. So 19 watts with the Nano Coil at 8 volts is a little much. For me, I prefer around 16 watts, 15.5 watts with the Nano Coil at 3.4 ohms. So 16.5 watts. This is Rip Trippers. Let me know if you have any questions. Feel free to comment below. PM me anytime. And remember, smoking is dead. Vaping is the future. And the future is now.